Darling, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Yes, but it's a positive thing, Paul. The highlight, the Shy Life.
You won't find a cast of characters like this everywhere.
Hello, Paul.
Delicious.
This particular episode of The Shy Life is a little more abstract than usual.
Oh,
Okay, looks like the hairy guy is ready to record. 3, 2, 1.
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, I hope he hasn't found out my secret. I think he has.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Shy Life podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing? I'm all right. I'm very excited today because we've got a friend of the show who we've not spoken to for a month or two, and it's Ryan from Canada, Comic Book Ryan. You remember him? Hello, Ryan. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are things in Canada? Are they better or worse than they were as far as being able to go out and do things?
Significantly better than they were before. I've been able to leave the house a couple times in the last little while. I've gone to the beach a couple times, which is exciting.
Yeah, I've managed to go and visit my parents at least, so I have seen them for like in person for the first time in 18 months. So
that's good.
Yeah. So we're still a bit sort of tiptoeing around a bit, but yeah. But well, anyway, it does mean that we're able to hang out again together. So I'm going to run the theme music, and when we come back, we'll catch up, play some quizzes, talk about some comics, and I'll probably introduce you to some of the regulars that either you have never seen or you haven't seen for a while. So let's run that theme music.
It's time for my old buddy, old pal from across the channel, across the pond, Paul Chandler, the Shy Yeti.
He's not that shy. Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast. Yeah.
All I wanted was a pie.
And then I hatched out of an egg. Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
It's the quiet ones you've got to watch, you know.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Good boy. He said all that shy is right.
Blimey, Governor. It's the Shy Life podcast.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to begin.
It's the Shy Life podcast.
He's positively glowing.
And we're back. Dear, oh dear. How's life in comic book land? I mean, comic book shop land.
An absolute mess right now. All the comic companies are trying to change distributors, and it's an absolute headache for small comic stores.
Oh, dear. I was going to try and arrange, because we had lots of problems with Yeti Uncle John recently. He's been getting into all sorts of trouble, and we're trying to I managed to get him a reprieve from getting into too much trouble, I hope. And he's got really into gaming at the moment. He's decided that he's an expert at Fortnite, which I play with my friends Andrew and Warren. But he's only played it about twice, and now he sort of thinks he can do championships and stuff. But anyway, it's very difficult to keep him sort of rein him in. But I was thinking that if he behaves himself, it would be quite good if we could go on like a comic book shop tour. I mean, not necessarily to you. You probably don't want Yeti Uncle John in your shop, but you must know other ones you could take us to. I thought we might get Ike to drop us in Canada, and you can take us somewhere sometime. But we'll see how things go, and if you think it's a safe thing to do. But yeah, I want to reward him for good behaviour, but I don't want to reward him too soon because I'm pretty sure once he knows you're here, he'll turn up and try and sell you some, I don't know, pink Batman comics or something. I don't know, whatever he's got that he's been buying off eBay. But I've actually been sort of looking at a particular comic book with one of my other co-hosts, but it's this comic book which was it was a sort of magazine, sort of probably more like TV and music, which called Lookin'. I don't think it sold outside of the UK, but it ran from like 1970 to 1994, and I think I bought it in the very early 80s, and my friend Nick bought it in the mid 70s. But how the comic book side of it came in is that you'd have articles and you'd have sort of little interviews and things. But particularly in the 70s and early 80s, there were comic strips for the TV shows, and a lot of them were American shows, and possibly even Canadian shows that were being shown over here. So you get you get stuff like the A-Team, or you get Dukes of Hazzard, or you get the $6 Million Man in the 70s, or the Barnet Woman, and they were all cartoon strips, and they were really well done. I mean, I don't know whether the cartoons were done by UK people over here, but Nick was saying how they were kind of more interested, like the $6 Million Man one. Some of the stories were more interesting than the actual episodes that were on TV, because they could do weirder things in cartoon form, and it would be like each week you'd have like 2 pages of the story, and so it would run over quite a few weeks. But it's kind of cool looking at them now, because some of them are like shows that I might even have on DVD, or but sort of seeing there was this whole different, like whole extra life to the show that you, or even like the comic strips went on beyond once the series had finished, sort of thing. So, but and also I'm finally watching a famous Canadian TV show at the moment.
What are you watching?
Schitt's Creek. I don't know why I'd resisted watching it, but I thought it was going to be too funny, i.e., like just too silly. I wasn't really in the mood for like total slapstick, but it's not really like that. It's
such a good show.
Yeah, it's sort of it's funny in a different way, funny in the right way for me. But yeah, I'm only on season 1, but I'm shooting my way through it. But I've just watched one where there was a funeral, and they had to. The father had to do a speech for somebody he doesn't really even know, and and there was one where they were trying to sell like beauty products on a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, the Avon episode where they're trying to sell.
Yeah, it's very easy to watch quite a few in a row. But I'm glad to see there's 80 episodes, so that should at least keep me going. Well, I've got 2 weeks off coming up relatively soon, so I could well get through it. Probably by the next time you speak to me, I'll be like, I'll either be like comatose because I've got to, or I'll be quoting it, or I'll be sick of it. Don't mention that show again. I can't watch it anymore.
I watched the entirety of it during quarantine. I think it took about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're only like 25 minutes, if that.
They're short episodes.
Yeah, but yeah, I went through all of Desperate Housewives when I was in quarantine, and I was going all the way through Lost, but those Lost I'd seen before, but for some reason I didn't enjoy it as much the second time around, or I started to, and then I kind of started to get bored at a different point than I got bored the first time. So.
My current quarantine project is, or current quarantine watching project is Stargate.
Oh yeah,
I made it through the original series, just finished Atlantis, and now I think I'm halfway through season 2 of Universe. So much Stargate.
I've never really seen Stargate. I don't know if it was just on weird channels over here, or it was just on during a time when I wasn't watching that much TV. And obviously it's different now. I can probably find it somewhere like like you're watching it now. But it's just I've just got too much. I've got so many DVDs as well.
So much to watch, so little time.
And I like all these Australian soaps from the 80s and 70s, and they're actually starting to release those on DVD now. So I've got like 250 episodes of a 1970s soap called The Young Doctors, and that's just like the first box set. And so I've got they're all they're not that long, but they are when you've got 250 of them. I mean that's like 3 times or 3 or 4 times Schitt's Creek just for that box set. But, still, I can't watch too much new TV. I mean, Yeah, sometimes I dip into things on Netflix, and I have watched a few. Or I've watched a film and it's led to another film. It's recommended another film, and I've kind of gone, oh, well, okay, I'll watch that one as well. But
there hasn't been too much newer stuff that's like grabbed my attention the last little while. There's the MCU stuff, but that's essentially just job related for me at this point. I have to watch it because if I don't, someone's going to come into the store and be like, "Why haven't you watched this?"
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see the new James Bond when it comes out, only because I've sort of grown up watching James Bond films. And
is it still Daniel Craig?
Still Daniel Craig, but it's his last one. That's why I want to kind of, get this one out, and then they can be thinking about new.
I'm so tired of Daniel Craig, James Bond.
It has gone on for a lot longer because there's big delays and stuff. And I mean, I don't mind one or two of his films, but it just feels like it's gone on far longer.
The first one was okay, but as they went on, it felt less and less like James Bond and more like generic action movie.
Yeah, this is the trouble. I don't really watch. This is James Bond is kind of my generic. Well, is my action film, and that I watch. I don't tend to watch many other ones. So, but I'm also looking forward to Scream 5 and the new Halloween. Particularly the Scream. I really like Scream, but I'm a bit cross that they're just calling it Scream, which doesn't seem to make sense. I can kind of see why they're doing it, because they the more numbers you put on the end of a film, the less people are interested, or just presume that they're bad. But I really like all of the Scream films, and the Scream TV shows as well. And the fact that it's still the same cast, it shouldn't be. They could have come up with a different, like Scream, not call it Scream 5, but call it Scream something. But it can't be Scream because it's not. They're not rebooting it and starting from the beginning there. But oh well.
I think the only thing that I'm really excited about that's supposed to be coming out is The Green Knight. That's the thing that for some reason, I don't know why that specifically, but that is the thing that I've been I want to watch this.
Yeah. I don't know much about that, but what's that? Is that based on a comic book or?
It's Arthurian myth. The Green Knight was I don't know. I can't remember if he was supposed to be like a giant, but he was supposed to be like this hulking person who walked into town one day and was like, "I am the Green Knight, challenge me," and a whole bunch of stuff happened. And I'm excited about it. I like Arthurian myth. I like myth in general.
We've got one or two places in the UK that have got little myths and things, maybe tiny ones.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. Sorry, we're recording in this room, but my he's kind of not. He's not exactly a co-host. He's kind of like a visitor. It's you met him before when we did his art exhibition. You impersonated him, August Evans.
Oh, August is here.
He's August is here, but he's painting. He's painting us. So, August, Ryan's here. He's just popped in.
Oh, that's good. Hello, Ryan. Nice to see you.
Hi, August. It's nice to see you too.
I hope you don't mind me because we need to move a little bit.
That's fine. Just do your thing.
All right. Ryan, I just need to go. I thought I'd got the quiz questions here, but I've gone and left them in the other room. So I'll just leave you. August might speak to you. Just said nod and say yes and things.
Sure.
I'm back in a second. Dealey, get out of the way. Dealey. Oh, dear.
So, it's good to have you here. I don't know if we've met before, Ryan. My name's Damius Trinklehorn. I'm an actor. I recognize you. I feel like we've met before.
I don't think we have. Weren't you August a second ago?
August? No, it's only... No, actually, it is August. You're right. Oh, gosh, yes. It's. Are you from? Are you from another place? You have an accent. I don't recognize it.
I am. I'm from the other side of the world.
Oh goodness. Where are we? Well, can I guess? Is it? You're not American, but are you Canadian?
I am.
You see, I know my accents. Being an actor, I have to know these things. You see, I must say, I've been very confusing. These so much going on around here. I don't know. Are you visiting Mr. Yeti?
Talking from a distance.
Oh right.
Right, Ryan. Sorry. Was August okay? Hi, August. I got the questions. Stupid me. I put them on the wrong table. But what's up? You look a bit weird. Something happened.
Is there someone else in the room there? Or was it just August?
Oh, just August.
I swear I was talking to someone else who wasn't August a moment ago.
Really? What did he sound like?
Kind of posh? An English accent? Said he was an actor.
Really? Well, the only thing I can think of is because nobody's walked in. Well, the thing is, this is really freaky because August, he wasn't. Well, when he was in his old, when he was in his old guise, he was Damius Trinklehorn, and he was an actor. And although he still had the voice that you remember from August, the sort of quavery voice, when he was doing stage work, he would put on a posh accent.
Huh.
Well, how strange. But he hasn't done that. He hasn't done this. He's just. We might have to test this again. I'm not sure what we can do about it. But maybe it's the beginning of a change. Maybe he'll go back to his old personality. Well, I don't know. Anyway, let's just keep recording. Let's just keep recording and doing what we were going to do. But I might leave the room and see if he does it again later on at the end of the show or something. I don't think, because the doctor said, and Cromarty and everybody has said to me that, no, it mustn't be forced. It mustn't be. If he does start to get his old personality back, then we must just let it happen naturally. We mustn't sort of scare him into it. I don't know why it would be you that. No offense, but I mean, I don't know why it would be you, not one of us, that he would speak to normally. But anyway, let me see. I've got some. I don't know if any of this we've done before, so I have. But I've got Marvel Cinematic Universe trivia questions and answers. Shall I try some of these on you?
Sure.
I don't know how easy they'll be. Who is Peter Parker's best friend?
Peter Parker's best friend? That's the Osborn kid. Why am I forgetting his name? Norman Osborn is the dad.
He's got a short first name and a quite short second name.
Harry Osborn was his best friend for the longest time.
It's not Osborn on this answer. It's Ned Leeds. But I don't know who that is anyway. So
Ned Leeds.
I wonder, maybe I can Google.
Oh, because it's the... Okay. Yeah, they're talking about the new Spider-Man. The current stuff. The current Spider-Man is based more on the Ultimate Spider-Man stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got the younger best friends.
So he's got totally different friends to the other one. That's confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Well, let's see if this one works. What is Captain America's shield made out of?
Captain America's shield is made of vibranium.
Yes, that's right. What did you know that as well, Deals? Did you?
Deals agrees.
I didn't know that you were such a big fan of Captain America. Oh, well, there we go. You learn something new every day. In The Incredible Hulk, what does Tony tell Thaddeus Ross at the end of the film?
Oh, it has been a long time since I've watched that movie. I don't know.
It's a bit of a sort of ambiguous. Well, sort of. Tony tells him that they are putting a team together. It's a bit of a.
Oh yeah, that's where he tries to recruit him.
I got to ask you this one. The Flurkins. I hope that's pronounced right. The Flurkins are a race of extremely dangerous aliens that resemble what?
Cats.
Ah, dear, that's why I had to ask. You're just looking confused. Are you a Flurkin? Are you? Deals is actually. You might not know this, but Deals is an alien, actually. So he probably is a Flurkin.
Well, if he opens his mouth and a bunch of tentacles come out, I suggest running.
Maybe he's not.
Flurkins are not known for being gentle.
Oh dear, maybe he's not then. Ick's got lots of tentacles, but I don't think you know this. Ick's pregnant at the moment. But
what?
He's pregnant, but we didn't on his planet. Apparently, everybody gets pregnant at a certain point.
Oh, he's been busy during quarantine.
Well, I think it just happens. I don't think he's. That's what we wondered. We thought, well, who's he been doing it with? But no, apparently it just happens. So, but he wants us to be there, and he doesn't want to go back to his home planet because these things don't always end well. It's a very strange planet. They're very, very technologically advanced, but they're also very, very primitive. So you've either got a chance of, being sort of, I don't know, new technology, or maybe sacrificed to some water god or something. So it's
interesting.
So he thought he'd rather that we look after him, but I'm a bit worried. I don't know when it's happening. I don't even know. He hasn't even told us how it happens or what happens. And anyway, so do you know, before becoming Vision, what is the name of Iron Man's AI butler?
Jarvis.
Yeah. I feel like we've had this one before, but I've not seen it spelt J.A.R.B. Like that. And do you know who replaced Jarvis? Or what?
It was Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually Friday.
Was it Friday? Oh.
It's Friday.
I can't remember where Wednesday gets in there too, because there's a couple different AIs.
They could well be. Let's see what else we've got. Who can lift Thor's hammer?
Captain America.
Yeah.
Vision also could pick it up, which was a little weird.
Which city do Hawkeye and Black Widow often reminisce? Sort of in Europe.
One I don't remember.
I've been there, but you wouldn't know that. Budapest.
Budapest. Okay.
Yeah, I've been there twice. I went there once when it was very cold, and once when it was very warm. Well, let's have a look at a couple more. What is the name? What species did Loki discover that he is?
He's a frost giant.
Mm-hmm. Ding, ding, ding. Oh dear. Yeah, so we'll come back to this in a bit. I've got a proper quiz, one of our proper quizzes in a little bit. For some reason, if the Uncle John wants a word, I wonder about this, but I'll just. August is vanished. He's not actually in the room at the moment, so there's no likelihood of him. But if he talks, I'm putting the recorder on, so I'll be able to I'll be able to hear if it happens again.
Okay.
Get Uncle John, come and talk to Ryan. Come on, I'll just go and make a drink or something. Not too long. We've got a quiz to do. Oh, and just come in. Oh, put my headset on. Oh, dear Rhoda, get out of the way. Hello, Ryan. It's me, Yeti Uncle John.
Hello, Yeti Uncle John.
I've missed talking to you because, it's very difficult being a comic fan in a house full of people who don't even know which way round to hold a comic. But I've been buying some new comics. I have a green Black Widow that you might be
Black
interested.
Widow.
Yeah.
Do you know what year it's from?
It's from 1987.
1987. I feel like you've bought a fake reproduction.
Oh, damn it! Not again. Really? I only paid 50 quid for them.
There were years where the printers screwed up and there was a bunch of mistakes that happened where things were printed green. There's Fantastic Four issues where people were printed green and a couple other things, but that was in the early 80s.
Comes off on your fingers as well. I'm starting to look like the Incredible Hulk. There's my hands. Yeah. I did write to the people who make them films and say, if you need a hand double for the Incredible Hulk, but here I am. But no, look, Ryan, I need a word with you because things have been going down, and I don't want to think the worst, but I just want to. They're after me, mate. They're after me.
Who's after you?
The shame inspectors. It's all. You don't need to know too much about them, but basically, people like you and I, who like to, we have great ideas. I'm sure you have some great ideas, but I have great ideas, and I think that we're very much alike. So I'm sure you must have some great ideas. So people like us, we have these ideas, and yet other people look down on them as kind of, like say we're making trouble. When in fact we're trying to, bring, new things to the game. And anyway, I've got into trouble a few times with some of my great ideas. I tried to be a magician and I conjured up a demon. You probably heard about that. And then,
did you hear about that?
Yeah, and I just want to be the best person who cuts women in half on stage. But I've been accused of jumping. Not just it doesn't have to be. I'll chop anyone in half. I just want to. I just have a vision. I have a vision. But I have ideas. I'm thinking of being a pro gamer because I'm very good at games, and I've been working on making computers out of cheese. But anyway, I keep getting into trouble. And Paul has to keep bailing me out. And I promise to be good, but I just think at some point I'm going to do something bad. I can't control it. Anyway. What I'm trying to say is that there's a good chance I might end up in shame jail, which is like a rehabilitation centre for people who are like geniuses like me, and they have too many ideas. And if it happens, I need you to have something. I need you to look after something for me. I need to give it to you. Okay. Like now, so that you've got it. Even and maybe if everything blows over, then you can just give it back to me, and I won't have to talk about it. But I can't risk something bad happening, and I haven't given it to somebody. And you're somebody who I trust, and who isn't like living that close, so they'll never know you've got it. It's nothing illegal. It's not like bad stuff. It's just something. It's like a letter that it's private, so I don't really want to talk to you about it. But it's not something that you'll get into trouble for having. But if you say yes, that you'll look after it, I'll make sure it gets transported over to you. It will make it appear like send it
As
over.
long as it's not something that I'm going to end up in shame jail for, I will
No.
happily protect this, whatever this is for you.
No, it's just a password to something that so you can't get in trouble because it's just I don't want to give it to Paul because I don't know. You just have to believe in me, Ryan. I know you believe in me, but we deals. So that cat's listening in. I better go. Well, so is that a yes?
Yes, I will look after it for you. Whatever it is.
I'll get it sorted out and we'll get it sent over to you before the end of the episode. Hello, Deals. Yeah, you can't trust that cat because he's an alien. Hello. Just doing a quiz, Deals. You coming? Just talking to Ryan. Just talking about comic books. You don't really like comic books, Deals? No. Oh, look, Paul's coming back. Paul, Deals is listening in. What? What is it? Deals, what's wrong? Really? Well, you can take part in the quiz. It's fine. You can. Yes, you do like comic books, don't you? Yeah. So, I'm sorry. Have you finished? Have you finished talking with Ryan yet, Uncle John? I've finished. I need to talk to him again at the end. Right. Yeah. Yes. Deals. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. You come on. You can come and sit on me whilst we do the quiz. Yes, we're going to do the quiz now. Where are you? Come on. You sit down.
Hi, Deals.
Deals, Ryan. Look. He's there. Oh, crash! Bang. Can you? I need you to sit down nicely so I can see the. There. Go on. Deals, dear. How are your beasts?
Sleeping currently.
Yes, you're so lucky.
Well, I wasn't lucky earlier. Apollo decided he needed attention, so he busted open my bedroom door, which I don't know how he did. He busted it open, yelled at me, and then jumped on the bed, curled up, and went to sleep.
No. Yeah.
But he had to make sure I was awake before he went to sleep.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it, Dales? Can you sit down now? You don't have to stand on me like some sort like Kate Winslet in Titanic or whatever. Can you sit down, please? Your fur is all over. Because I've got hot hands because it's a hot day. I've now got fur all over me. You didn't hear from. I don't know where August has gone. He didn't come in whilst you two were talking.
He did not.
I won't ask what Yeti Uncle John was asking you because I expect it's just about more knockoff comics. But
I won't lie. I don't 100% know what he was asking me about either.
Sounds very much like him, doesn't it, Deals? Yeah. I don't know. Let's get this quiz set up. I'll give you a choice of what sort of. Oh, that looks no. That's different. That's that. That's that, and that's that. No. I don't know where I've done it. I'll have to type it in. Okay, I got it. Random quiz. No, is it random quiz? Quiz builder. That's right. Okay. What sort of quiz do you fancy? We've got art, astronomy, biology, commerce, entertainment, fashion, film, food and drink, football, games, geography, general knowledge, history, literature, mathematics, medicine, music, nature, Olympics, politics, religion, science, sport, television, theatre, or words.
Oh boy, that's quite the selection.
Or you can have like a random one where we don't know which ones we're going to get.
Do you have a preference?
What about trouble with music? You don't know if they're going to go off and start doing like really old or classical music. But I thought, did you know some classical music anyway?
Yeah, I do know some classical music.
Yeah, let's do music this time. I think we've done films before.
We have done films before. We've done art before.
Yeah. I'll just do any as far as difficulty is concerned. So we might get some easy ones, might get some hard ones. Deals is sitting bit. So you can be, if Ryan or I can't get the answer, then you can be a helper, right, Deals? Of course, it's not saying anything now, but there we go. Dear.
Now that he's required to speak, he is silent.
Yes. Okay. Question 1. What nationality was 1990 star Ini Kamosi? Brazilian, Jamaican, Spanish, English? I think it did that song, Here Comes the Hot Stepper.
I believe he's Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
He's a reggae artist, if memory serves.
Yeah. I just remember the name of the song and the sound of the song, but I don't remember anything about sort of like seeing a video or anything. I probably did at the time. Question 2. Who featured on Justin Bieber's 2010 hit Beauty and a Beat? Nicki Minaj, Alicia Keys, Beyonce, or Selena Gomez? Don't know anything about Justin Bieber, I'm afraid. Is he Canadian?
He is Canadian. His dad actually lives in my city. When he was first getting popular, he would come visit his dad, and I worked in the mall, so you could always tell when Justin Bieber was nearby because there would be a crowd of like small girls chasing this poor child around the mall. It was funny.
Do we know who was on this song?
Judging from the time period, probably Nicki Minaj.
That's not. I bet he thought that, or I bet somebody thought that was an original title for a song. But I think Belinda Carlisle's band, the Go-Go's, had an album called Beauty. Well, they had. I think it was called Beauty and the Beat or something. But you see, the young always think that they've invented the new things. You do, Deals. You were alive in 2010. How old were you? You were 5 in 2010, Deals. In what year was Bruno Mars born? 1990, 1975, 1985, or 1980? I know very little about him, and I've seen very little. I've not really seen him to even. But I guess if he has hits, he can't be that old because they don't. Over here, if you're anything over about 30, then you don't even get played these days. So,
what are the options again?
1990, 1975, 1985, or 1980. I guess he could be older than 30.
85 would probably be my guess.
Yeah.
I don't know him particularly well. Not someone who I really listen to music for, but I think he's around.
75.
I think he's a little bit older than I am, so 85.
Yeah. And 75 would make him almost my age, and I don't think he's my age. He's probably a bit younger. Question 4. Herb Reed and Zola Taylor were members of which 1950s band? The Platters, the Cadillacs, the Clovers, or the Dominoes?
This one I don't know.
We just guess one, but I don't really. Some of those bands I've never even heard of. The only ones I've really heard of is maybe the Platters and the Cadillacs. But which one do you want to go for? Should we go for the Platters?
Sure, let's go with that one.
Probably the most famous ones of those four, as far as I'm concerned. But I still couldn't name a song that they did. Question 5: which male star featured on the 1998 Destiny's Child hit "No No No"? Usher, Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, or Wyclef Jean? Well, Wyclef Jean, wasn't he in the Fugees? And they were sort of still doing, well, I suppose that might be around the time that the Fugees went solo, but I don't really, I guess all those people were sort of around in 1998, but any clue? I didn't actually know that. I think I know the song, but I don't think I knew it was with somebody else.
From the time period, probably Wyclef. That would have been around the time that song came out. Would have been the time that he was in everything. So my guess would probably be Wyclef.
Yeah. Question 6: which singer released a 1989 album entitled "Foreign Affair"? I think I might know that answer, but I might be completely wrong. Any thoughts before I suggest my suggestion?
I think it's Tina Turner.
That's what I was thinking. So
I think, from a little knowledge I have, I think it's Tina Turner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So at least we agreed, even if we're wrong.
We'll be in the same sinking boat.
Yeah. Question 7: who wanted to turn up the music in 2012? Was it Jay Sean, Usher, Nelly, or Chris Brown? I haven't got any idea at all, because I don't know any of those people. Well, I know their names, but I don't know their songs.
I also do not know their songs, so this one is and I have no idea from me.
I mean, Chris Brown was the guy who went out with Rihanna, and when they had their fight, he was kind of not that popular over here, so I don't know. But time-wise, I mean to say he didn't release that song. We'll just say Chris Brown anyway.
Sure.
I really, yeah. Question 8: Pablo Casals is famed for playing which instrument? Piano, violin, cello, or flute? And the surname is Casals. Any idea?
What were the options?
Pablo Casals is famed for playing which instrument? Piano, violin, cello, or flute?
The name sounds familiar. I want to say cellist. I want to say it's a cello.
Cool. That's fine. Question 9: who was backed by the Comets? Bobby Darin, Little Richard, Buddy Holly, or Bill Haley? Oh, that was Bill Haley. Bill Haley in the Comets. Are you happy with this? Are you happy that that's the right answer?
Yes.
Question 10: who had a 2012 hit with Drive By? Owl City, One Direction, Maroon 5, or Train? Don't think it's One Direction, but I don't know much about them. I just don't. It's because everybody went on about them over here. I feel like I would maybe recognise the title.
What were the options again?
Owl City, One Direction, Maroon 5, or Train?
Train.
I was wondering. Yeah, I was thinking maybe it could be them, because I don't think they're that big over here. And I thought Owl City was like a one-hit wonder, but I might be wrong as well. I've got cat hair in my mouth. Question 11. Composers Beethoven and Schubert both died after completing which number symphony? Wow. I have no idea. We can just choose a number if you're not sure, unless you... I don't even know how many symphonies, even like a guess, whether he did like lots. Did he do as many symphonies as I've done podcasts, or did it take him a bit longer?
I think he only had somewhere around 9. It's been a long time since I've done any kind of musical theory, but I think it was somewhere around 9 where he died. Schubert, I don't know, but I think Beethoven died somewhere around 9.
Yeah, well, we'll say 9. Question 12. What pastime featured in the name of a 2012 Jessie J hit? Domino, Monopoly, cards, or poker?
That I have no idea.
I have a feeling that Jessie J is one of those people who had hits in the UK and then maybe had hits in the US and then stopped having hits in the UK. But I could be completely wrong. She may have had them. I'm going to guess at Domino, because cards sounds a stupid name for a song for a start. and it was, and she might have avoided poker because of Lady Gaga doing Poker Face, although that was a few years earlier. But she wouldn't have done a song called Monopoly. That's just stupid. Question 13. English musician Ian Curtis, who died on the 18th of May 1980, was best known as the lead singer of which post-punk band? I know the answer to that, if you don't.
It's Joy Division.
Yes. Question 14. What is the title of the Band Aid charity single released in December 1984? Well, I think it's called was either called Do You Know It's Christmas or Feed the World, Do You Know It's Christmas in brackets. Yeah.
I think it was just called Do You Know It's Christmas?
Yeah.
Or Do They Know It's Christmas?
Yeah. Question 15. How many players are involved in a string quartet? 4, 9, 6, or 3? Quartet must be 4, sure. No,
it's
quartet, yeah.
Quartet, so it should be 4?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a trick question. It's going to be like 12 or something.
Question 16. What snaked features in the name of the group who had a hit in 2011 with You Make Me Feel? What snaked features in the name of the group who had a hit in 2011 with You Make Me Feel? Adder, cobra, python, or mamba? It's not a very well worded question, I don't think, but I don't know the song anyway, I don't think.
You Make Me Feel 2011, probably Cobra. I'm assuming it's Cobra Starship.
Okay. Question 17. My Sacrifice was a 2002 hit for which band? Creed, Stained, Nickelback, or Sum 41? I don't know enough about any of those bands. Then.
My Sacrifice was Creed? I believe it was Creed.
Question 18. Who featured on Jay Sean's 2009 number 1 hit Down? Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, or Lil Wayne?
No idea.
Shall we say Jay-Z? But I have no reason for saying that. Question 19. What nationality was the composer Bela Bartok? Hungarian, German, Dutch, or French?
Was it Hungarian? It sounds like a Hungarian name. Yeah. I guess it'd be Hungarian.
Sure. Question 20. Pearl Jam were a 1990s band from which city? Divine. What? That's not the right question. That's not the. Well, we can just guess if you if this is what it says. Pearl Jam were a 1990s band from which city? Divine, TLC, Destiny's Child, or Jamboree?
Definitely Destiny's Child. They were from Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, yeah. I don't know whether the answers will be the real answer or. This is the one. This is the quiz game where my friend was doing history, and about 4 of the questions were about the history of ballet. She was like, I just wanted to know about kings and queens of England or other countries. I don't know anything about ballet. Let's have a look at the answers. Which nationality was Ini Kamosi? It was Jamaican. Who featured on Beauty and a Beat? It was Nicki Minaj. Bruno Mars was born in 1985, like you said. Good guess by me. Herb Reed and Zola Taylor were in the Platters. The guy who was singing with Destiny's Child was Wycliffe Jean. Foreign Affair was an album by Tina Turner.
Hey.
Turn on the Music was a song by Chris Brown. That's very lucky. Question 8. Pablo Casals is famed for playing the cello. You said the cello, didn't you? Yeah. It was Bill Haley in the Comets. It was Train who did Drive By. Beethoven and Schubert did do 9 symphonies. That's what you said. Domino was the Jessie J hit. Joy Division was the band with Ian Curtis. Do They Know It's Christmas was the name of the song. 4 People Are in a Quartet. Cobra is the name of the band that did, or the snake name.
Good old Cobra Starship.
Yeah. Creed did My Sacrifice. It wasn't Jay-Z, it was Lil Wayne who did this song by Jay Sean. Bartok was Hungarian. And Pearl Jam were from TLC. But I think where you said was wrong. Well, I think we only got one wrong, and it was the Lil Wayne one. That was amazing. How many guesses we got right, and how much lucky guesses and a little bit of knowledge, just a little bit.
You can go buy a lottery ticket. I feel lucky today.
Yeah. Wow. Gosh, that's yes. We are amazing. Okay. For I can hear August's voice. If he comes back in, is it okay if I just go and leave the room and see if he changes it and speaks differently? Or
yep.
Okay. Yeah.
We can try again. See if we can pull it out of him.
I just want to do this with you whilst we're waiting. We've not done this before, but I've got 55 best Canadian trivia questions. Where's the answer? I'll show you the answer. See if you can do any of these ones. What is the total number of time zones in Canada?
I can barely remember what time zone I'm in.
Well, yeah. I mean, I mucked up the time. The good thing I was sitting on my computer and suddenly it popped up that I completely mucked up how many hours difference there were between you and I. So,
I think we have 6 time zones. I think. I'm honestly not 100% sure on that, but 6 sounds like a correct number.
Yeah. Okay. I've just pressed show answer, and it doesn't show the. It does now. Good. 6 time zones. You're right.
Hey, I get to keep my Canadian citizenship.
Yeah. Not yet. You don't. You got. You won't be having to come and stay in my spare room. Do you know anything about hockey? Or shall I not?
A little bit.
Okay. The famous Canadian hockey player Wayne Gretzky played only for which team?
Wayne Gretzky played for what team was it again? I don't remember. My boss is going to murder me when I get to work.
The Edmonton Oilers.
Oh, it was the Oilers. Okay, that was. For some reason, I thought it was the Montreal Canadiens, but that didn't sound right in my head. Because he's not French.
So, this is just interesting trivia for me to find out. In Canada, what is a loonie?
It is $1. It is a $1 coin.
Yeah, $1 Canadian coin is called a loonie.
And then the $2 coin is called a toonie.
There's only an A and a B question of this. From these two prime ministers, which Canadian prime minister won the Nobel Peace Prize? Was it? Oh God, I'm going to have to pronounce these if I get them wrong. Please don't hit me. Jean Chrétien or Lester B. Pearson? Is it Jean Chrétien?
Jean Chrétien. Lester was the one who won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. This is a question. I didn't even realise this was anything to do with Canada. I kind of thought this was a British thing. He shoots, he scores is the famous sports phrase of who?
That I don't know. I know it's a sports phrase. I don't know who made it famous.
Foster Hewitt. I just thought it was like some British sports commentator, because you hear it a lot over here as well. It's probably one of those ones that everyone imitates because it's kind of pithy and, that's what they do. Which Canadian city hosted the Olympic Games?
The Olympic Games?
Yeah. Or the Olympics. It just says Olympics Games rather than the Olympics or the Olympic Games. Don't know how long ago this was when it happened.
I think it was Calgary.
It was Montreal.
Montreal. Never mind. Oh, Calgary. I'm thinking Winter Olympics.
I've got Canadian geography here. What else have I got? What else? Canadian trivia 2018. Is it because it happened in funny questions about Canada?
Funny questions about Canada.
Yeah. Why is it funny? I can't see anything funny about this. Too sporty. Just sport. Who was the first? What? Who is the first only female prime minister of Canada? Only first only female. What do you mean? All the other prime ministers were a mixture, or they were co-joined or something? I guess it means who is the first female prime minister of Canada. But, I don't know if that's been something that happened recently or years ago.
Trying to remember ever having a female prime minister. It must have been years ago.
I'll find out. I've got the answer. When was? You'll be listening to how we type. Oh, he's typing in these letters. When was the prime minister of Canada? It's like 1873. It was for not very long, in 1993, when you were very young. Yeah, for like June to November.
That's nothing.
I don't. Now I want to know why she did it for 6 months. It was Kim Campbell. Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
No. Maybe it was a different dimension. the wording of that question was suspicious. Anything the first only female. Unless do you have a lot of they call governments where it's two different? Even then, when we had like the Liberal Democrats and the Conservatives forming an alliance, it was still the Conservative leader who was the Prime Minister. But you don't usually have two people at the top. But who knows? August is coming back in. So, August, just come and have a look around here. I need to go and fetch something.
Oh, yes, of course. I finished my painting.
You did that very quickly. Yes. Ryan, he's painted me, and he's painted a laptop where you can see a little face of you in the screen. I thought maybe you were going to make it look like we're in. Never mind.
Oh, I could do that too.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to get this thing I need to get. Okay. Okay, Ryan. Just talk to him. See what he does.
Natural.
Hello, Ryan. Again, it's very good to see you. I was just wondering all these questions. I don't think Paul has introduced me. My name's Damius Trinklehorn. I'm an actor. I'm always looking for parts, so I don't know if you know anything about. Do you know if I hear they make a lot of films in Canada. I thought maybe you might know somebody in the film business.
I do know somebody in the film business, though the two people that I know in the film business, one of them only does Christmas movies, so if you're in the mood for Christmas movies, and the other one only does horror films. I don't know if those are up your alley.
I have done some horror movies. What Paul may not have told you is that I'm quite well known over here for doing sort of bit parts. I could do like sort of traditional roles, but let me see, what have I done? I have done quite a lot of Shakespeare in Cat, funnily enough.
Interesting.
Yes, I've played a tea kettle. I've played a hat stand in a horror film. I've done a lot of things where you don't realize. I played a portrait. I'm a very physical actor, and yes, I kind of step in where people think, well, it's all very well having a tea kettle, but we need somebody with a bit more experience than a tea kettle, and we'll call Damius. But I was in some horror films, but I started in horror. Let me think of some of the titles. I was in Kiss the Buttocks of Dracula in 1967. Deals, you weren't even alive then. Yes, I was in lots anyway. I was in lots of very odd films, but yes. So I'd be quite happy to take a part in any film like that. I'll send you my CV. Perhaps you can, since we're able to move around a bit more, it would be nice to get back into the acting.
Sure, I'll pass you along to my contacts.
Thank you.
See if we can find you a role. Though it may mean you have to come out to Winnipeg.
Of course, yes, that would be wonderful. Yes, wonderful.
August, are you finished? Are you finished talking? We're just wrapping up the show now. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Good. Did he do it again?
He did do it again.
That was really weird because he doesn't even. I've only really heard him speaking in the posh actor voice, very, very rarely. Because as he was saying, he tends to play bit parts. You don't really need voices if you're playing a hat stand or a tea kettle. But it's very odd, very odd. Well, I'll have a word with. Should have a recording of that, so at least I can show it to the others. And maybe I don't know. It seems to be you, Ryan. You seem to have I guess it's a good influence, but I think we are running out of time. But I've just got. Let me see. I've just got a couple more trivia questions. I think Etienne called John wants a word, but we can always do that after the end theme music. Or you want to do it now? He wants to do it now. He wants to speak to you again. Ryan, I've got the envelope. I'm going to get it sent, and I'll speak to you again right at the end of the episode, and you can tell me if it's arrived. It should just materialise in your living room.
Okay.
I've got your coordinates, I think, from when we were beaming you back from the spacecraft last time. But I won't keep you. I think Paul's got some more trivia. So thank you very much for doing this. It's, I very much appreciate your help. Are you done now? Yes, Paul, I'm all done. Just, two comic book fans talking to one another. Okay. Sorry, right. I have got a little bit more trivia for you. Sorry, it's been very testing for you, but you've done very well. He said, trying not to sound patronising. So what have we got? This is going to be a couple more comic book ones. This is from that. What was it called? Marvel trivia questions. We had her before. Do you know who Black Panther's sister is?
Shuri?
Yep. Ding, ding, ding. Who is Hawkeye married to?
Hawkeye, is he married? He's not married to anyone specific. I don't remember her name.
It says Laura Barton, but I don't know.
It's not another superhero. It's literally just a human being.
Human being.
Yeah.
What kind of animal does Captain Marvel befriend?
What kind of animal does Captain Marvel befriend? Is this like comic book or MCU?
No, it just says Marvel trivia.
Which Captain Marvel? There's been like 5.
Oh dear. Let's just say that Dealey would know the answer.
I was assuming it was probably they're talking about the Flurgan, the cat.
Oh, so it's back to the Flurgan again.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have one more. What is the name of the mysterious glowing blue cube which Loki uses as a weapon?
It's called the Cosmic Cube, but it's also the Tesseract.
Yes,
I believe is what they call it in the MCU.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. One last cat question, seeing as he can't shut up. What Top Gun character is Captain Marvel's cat named after?
Goose.
Ding, ding, ding. You are correct. Well, Ryan, I think we should end whilst the going is good. And thank you for recording again. It's been really good to catch up with you. I'm sorry it's been a bit odd with whatever is going on with Damius stroke August and Yeti Uncle John, whatever's going on with him. But things just can't be normal around here, I'm afraid. But anyway. So yes, will you come back again? We'll arrange that. We'll arrange that visit to a comic book shop if Yeti Uncle John behaves himself.
It was nice to be back. I missed you guys.
Yeah, I missed you too. And I'm sorry things aren't more normal, but it'd probably be boring if we were that normal. But you could just be any podcast. This is definitely us. You didn't wander into the wrong podcast. Honestly.
This is very true.
Anyway, well, listeners, I hope you've enjoyed having Ryan back, and I hope you've got some of the questions right yourself. And we'll say goodbye for now, but there'll be some more little bits after the theme music, you know that, so don't go away. All right, say goodbye, Ryan, and goodbye, listeners.
Goodbye, Ryan.
Oh dear. Knew he was going to do that. I've got now. I don't know if this is the same or different. It's Comic Book Trivia Quiz Ultimate MCQ. Does that make sense? I think we might have to do all these questions. Where's the end of it? And what do you press to? Let me just check this. Let's do the first question and see what we have to do to get the answer. Or maybe I have to. Oh no, there's lots of quizzes, and that was just the first question of each quiz. And then what happens at the end? Does it tell me the answer? Oh, well, we'll see. We'll start this quiz. Okay. I hope this works. Which Marvel superhero obtained his powers from gamma radiation? Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Hulk, or Cyclops?
The Hulk.
Some of these sound a bit... Oh, submit my answer. Right. We don't have to do the Hulk quiz, but it does give you the answer each question. Per question. Right, where's the next question? Next. Which of the following has never been a member of the Avengers? Iron Man, Green Lantern, Vision, or Spider-Man?
Green Lantern.
Submit my answer. Ding, ding, ding. Yes. Next question. With which superhero team was Dick Grayson associated throughout his time as Robin? Adolescent Angels, Teen Titans, Kid Killers, or Moody Mutants?
Teen Titans.
I like the idea of some of the others. Moody Mutants. Yes, that was the right answer. Next question. What was the secret identity of the original Robin? Dom Perignon, Dirk Bogarde, Dick Tracy, or Dick Grayson? Even I know that one.
Dick Grayson.
Okay. Had to be a bit of a dick to get that one wrong.
There's a lot of dicks in the comic book universe now that I think about it. There's lots of people named Dick.
This is 19 out of I don't know, maybe it's because it's 21 questions. We won't do all 21. In Jim Davis's comic strip, what is Garfield's favourite food? Beans on toast, tofu, lasagna, or salad?
Definitely salad. Lasagna.
I know that one as well. I used to read Tintin when I was a kid.
I did too.
Yeah, and
Tintin stories.
And Asterix as well. Did you get Asterix?
Asterix and Obelix?
Yeah.
I know of them. I never read those ones.
Yeah, I think they were kind of both available in a sort of a similar. Wherever you could buy your Tintin, you could also get hold of your Asterix as well. So I remember there were some really good Asterix sort of figures that were around in the 80s. They were bigger than, say, Star Wars figures, but they were really nicely made as well. I don't know what happened to it. Any of the ones I had. I don't know if they're in a box somewhere in the roof or whether they got chucked out, but I remember them being really nicely made. What have we got? Which former newspaper intern merged with the alien symbiote to become Venom? Lance Bannon, Eddie Brock, Betty Brant, or Dilbert Trilby?
Eddie Brock.
They're really a person called Dilbert Trilby. I like that name. If that's made up, I'm using that. Yes, that was right. Ding, ding, ding.
I gotta go now. Bye.
I want to go with you.
Gotta go. Bye.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear. What's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Let's go.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
Hello, am I speaking to Mr. Ryan, the Canadian comic book impresario? Is that even the right?
Yes.
Oh, it's me, it's Uncle John. Sorry, I wasn't sure who I was speaking to. I have to be very careful. Just wanted to check that has the envelope arrived?
Yes, Apollo brought me an envelope from the living room a few moments ago.
Is there drool on it?
A little bit. Is that okay?
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, and that's fine. It'll probably mean that because the envelopes I use, the glue can be a bit tacky, and I must admit I didn't have that much licked this morning when I was licking the envelope. So a little bit of dog drool is probably perfect. Yeah. Okay. So just keep it somewhere safe and don't mention it in us. If I need it, I will send you a message saying Apollo's drool is lovely today or something, and then you know it's me. And,
sure. that'll be the passcode.
Yeah. If I can remember it, I'll just write it down. I'll have totally forgotten by the time we're recording it. Anyway, I hope I won't go to jail or anywhere bad, but just keep it for now, and that'll be fine. Thank you very much. But,
You're welcome.
Anyway, thanks for your help. I'll better go before I'm detected. Bye for now, Ryan. Bye for now.
Bye,
over and out.
John.
Yeah. Yeti power or something. I need a sign off. I need something heroic. But anyway, yes. The owls are not what they seem, or whatever. No, that was Twin Peaks.
Beware the Ides of March.
Oh, yeah. No, can't do that. Oh, yeah. Anyway, better go.
I think the Shy Yeti's marvelous. Oh, such a gentleman. You know what I'd really like to do is get some of that hair off him and then knit a sweater, a Yeti hair sweater. Do you think he'd mind? I don't know. He's not all that shy is right. Sheesh.
Well, Comedy, what do you think? I mean, you've heard the recording? It's very strange, Paul. Very strange. Why on earth it is that, he should change his personality when he spoke to Ryan, I don't know. But, I think it's very strange, this whole business, that the way that you've become friends with Ryan. It's almost too good to be true. Oh, no, come on. We just used to chat online. I mean, it's no big deal. Yes, but what if you were meant to meet? Well, what if he works for Control Incorporated? He's some sort of mole. Cromitty. I don't think so. He's a very genuine guy. He's helped us out. He just, he works in a comic book store in Canada. I mean, he's nothing to do with Control Incorporated. Well, maybe not. I think I just get too, paranoid these days. It's understandable, Cromitty. It's understandable. But I don't know how we go from here. I just don't understand, ever since the only time it's happened was that call I had with Ryan. It happened once and then it happened again and I was out of the room. Well, maybe it's something that we must investigate. We just need to keep an eye on him. It's even stranger that he used his proper acting voice as well, not his his usual Damius voice. Well, his August voice as well. Yes, most strange. Paul, something else I wanted to mention to you. Yes. Well, the recording, it picked up a bit of the conversation that Ryan had with Yeti Uncle John. It looks like Yeti Uncle John has sent him something. Yes, I heard that too. Something only to be opened in an emergency. Look, I don't think it's any of our business. I don't really want to think about it. Pretend we didn't hear it, I think. Yes, Paul, yes, I think you're probably right. But it's another mystery. It is another mystery. And if we need to ask him, we'll ask him. But at the moment, it's just something, it's probably something to do with comics. It's probably something to do with, he's probably bought like a massive warehouse of knockoff comics and thinks that he can make a fortune out of it and doesn't want to get impounded by the shame inspectors. Yes, Paul. Yes, you're probably right. I don't know, Kitty Uncle John. Oh, it's been quite an episode, hasn't it? Yes, it has, Paul, but still, never mind. No, never mind. Ah, dear, oh dear. Mystery on mystery. I know, Paul. Mystery on mystery.
You've missed us, you know. Yeah.
Oh, I did.
I can't think of any of the names of the films he was in.